Hi guys, it's Morah Paulette. So today I wanted to read a book with you called Are You Ready for Spring? So look at the cover a minute. I see some flowers growing, I see some grass and butterflies, all different things that we sometimes see in the spring. And the reason why I wanted to talk about spring today is that even though maybe some days it's still a little cold outside and you kind of still need to wear your coats when you go outside to play, but we've been getting ready for the next holiday, which is Pesach, right? And we've been working so hard on our Haggadah, and we've been reading so many Pesach books. And sometimes Pesach can also be called in Hebrew Chag HaAviv, which means the holiday of the spring, because Pesach always happens in the spring. And Pesach is coming really, really soon, right? So that means spring is also coming really soon. So I wanted to read a part of this book today, which talks about something specific that happens in the spring, and then I want to do an experiment about it. So this book is called Are You Ready for Spring? And the author and the illustrator is Sheila Anderson. So guys, this book has kind of like different little chapters or sections that talk about different things about the spring. I just want to read the part called Spring Weather. So as I'm finding that page, I want you to think for a minute, what does spring weather look like? What usually happens in the spring? Think about it. Let's see if you guys are right. Sploosh, sploosh. Do you hear that? It is the sound rubber boots splashing in deep, muddy puddles. It is spring. The snow has melted, leaving splishy, squishy mud in its place. Heavy, gray clouds moving. It looks as if it might rain. Don't forget to bring your umbrella. Raindrops the size of pennies begin to fall. Plop, plop, plop. Rain makes a patter, patter, patter sound on rooftops, sidewalks, and umbrellas. So guys, what was the thing that they talked about that happens in the spring a lot? You're right, it was rain. So today I want to talk about rain for a minute. Where does rain come from? Do you guys know? Like, we know it comes from the sky, but how does it get there? How does it fall down? So before we do our experiment, which is going to show you how rain falls from the sky, I first want to draw you a picture to show you. So you don't really have to draw this picture with me. I mean, you can if you want to, but this is just to teach you about the rain. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show it to you as I draw it. The first thing I'm going to draw is some water. Maybe it's an ocean, or maybe it's like a river, any type of water. I'm going to make it blue. So guys, here is my ocean. Oops. And then up above in the sky, I'm going to make a sun. And what happens is, guys, the sun is facing the ground. And it's also facing any water. And that sun, the heat of the sun, heats up the water. And then something really cool happens. So once the sun heats up the water, some of the water turns into this invisible gas and it rises up, up, up into the sky. And this is called evaporation. Can everyone say evaporation? Great. So evaporation is when water turns into an invisible gas. So invisible means we can't see it. And even though we can't see it, I'm just going to try to show you in the picture. See the water? It's rising up. And it's going to go all the way up high, high, high in the sky, above even the sun, higher than the sun. And I'm not sure if you guys know this, but when you go really, really high in the sky, like basically like above the sun, like where airplanes fly and stuff like that, it's really cold up there. And when the water, it's not really water, when the gas gets all the way up there, since it's so cold, what happens is that the gas turns back into little drops of water. So here, I'm going to show you. See, guys? It's turning back into water, and that's called condensation. Can everyone say that with me? Condensation. So condensation is when the gas turns back into water. And then there's so many water drops, and they collect, and they make a cloud. And then there's more and more water droplets in the cloud. And more collect. And as more and more collect, the cloud gets really heavy. And when the cloud gets really heavy, eventually it can't hold all the water droplets anymore. It's too heavy. So then what happens is that the water droplets start to fall from the cloud. And guys, what is that called when drops of water fall from clouds? Right, it's called rain. And that's how it rains. So guys, now that I showed you how rain happens, I want to show you an experiment. You can do this with me if you want to, or if your mommy lets you, or you can do what? Just watch if you don't have all the materials. It's your choice. So these are the things we're going to need today. We're going to need a clear cup or jar, okay? So here is my clear jar. Mine is really, really big. You don't need one this big. I just wanted you guys to be able to see everything. And then you need to fill that jar with water. So you see there's water in my jar. The next thing you're going to need is shaving cream. Here's my shaving cream. And then the last thing you're going to need is food coloring. So I have some blue food coloring over here. So I have all my materials. If you need a minute to go get some materials, if you want to do this experiment with me, you can pause the video. And I want to tell you what we're going to do. And then before we do it, I want you to try to guess what's going to happen. So here's the steps that we need. It says procedure, the steps that we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is fill our jar or cup with water. So here we have our jar with water. And this water in the jar, we're going to pretend that it's our air, okay? Even though it's water, we're going to pretend it's air for our experiment. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to open our shaving cream. And we're going to put some on top. 1 second, guys. Maybe I need to shake it a little more. Hold on, guys. 1 minute. Maybe I need to shake it a little more. I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay. So there is my shaving cream. And what we're going to pretend is we're going to pretend that this shaving cream is a really big cloud, okay? A cloud in our air, even though it's in water in our experiment. And the next thing we're going to do is you're going to take your food coloring and you're going to drop it. So I'm not going to do it yet because first, before I do it, I want you to take a minute to think about what do you think is going to happen when we take our food coloring and start dropping it into the shaving cream. And what we're doing is our food coloring is really, we're going to think about it as if it's drops of water collecting in the cloud and making the cloud really heavy. So I want you to think about, what do you think is going to happen? So maybe some people think that the food coloring might push the shaving cream all the way to the bottom because maybe the food coloring is getting too heavy. Or maybe another idea is that the food coloring is going to turn the water blue. Yeah, so guys, those are great ideas. Whatever ideas you have are great ones. Now we're going to see what's going to happen. So I'm going to open my food coloring. Be really careful with it because food coloring could stain your fingers. I'm going to start dropping. So guys, the first few times that I drop, nothing's going to happen. We might have to drop a lot of food coloring to wait until something happens. So let's see. Okay, guys. Tell me if you see anything happening in the jar. We're going to have to be patient. I'm going to move the jar closer so you can see. See, guys, the food coloring is so far, it's just collecting, but nothing's happening yet. So let's drop some more food coloring. I guess it's not heavy enough yet, guys. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of food coloring. Anything yet? So I see the food coloring is collecting over here. It's making our cloud heavier and heavier. Drop some more in. Oh, look. Do you guys see what's happening? Let me move back so you can see. Our cloud got heavy. And look what's happening. there was so many drops of food coloring, so many drops of water in our cloud that suddenly it got too heavy. And then all of the drops started to fall. And that's our rain. Do you see, guys? It's so cool. Turn it around so you can see better. Wow, oh my gosh, it looks so cool. And guys, that's how rain falls. We put so many drops of food coloring in the clouds that it just got too heavy and the cloud couldn't hold all the drops anymore. And then after a while, it just started to rain. There was too many drops in the cloud. So guys, our conclusion means what happened in our experiment is the food coloring went through the shaving cream clouds to make rain, right guys? So I want you to try this at home if you want to and see what happens. You could do it with any color. I chose blue because that's what I had and that's what I wanted to use, but you could do any color. And send us pictures, guys. I can't wait to see. Thank you for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye, guys.